Lotto for the search.
Hello guys, it's been a while since I did a deck profile, but yeah, I finally got to doing a Cosmic Dragons, and the deck is really fun to play, and I suggest going up and getting the deck once it comes out. It's not going to be too good because Midrash shuts it down. Like, even my Relinquish deck shuts it down because once I prevent special summoning, like this deck, it just can't do anything. And that's one reason why I did have the Fire Hand. While Fire Hand doesn't do much against Midrash, it's still nice to do this because, like, if you can't special summon, this deck just falls apart. Yet the deck is, though, very fun to play if you're going up against a lot of the other decks that people might run, maybe Light Sworns. You might be able to pull off a Quasar or maybe Star Eater or something else. So the deck's really, really fun to play, and if you're not looking into getting out Shaddolls, I suggest picking up Cosmic Dragons. Now, before I get into what are each card's effects, I'm just going to talk about certain things with the deck, how it works. And the deck, it plays very passively. That is why I put in the Fire and Ice Hand. If you don't like Fire and Ice Hand, you can take them out. I mean, it would be your deck, but I mean, I'm the guy that puts triple Fire and Ice Hand in everything pretty much, and I just like how passively this card lets decks play. And so I just put them in here because the deck pretty much, your first turn move is to just set. Your first turn move is to just set a card, and then just let your opponent attack, and then you plus, because they summon out more monsters. If you have this card, it summons out even more. If you have this card, you get a draw. And so you're trying to get this guy out. Because this guy's a tiramisu, he returns 2 to 3 cards most of the time. It can be 4, it can be higher, but yeah, that's normally a little hard to do. Back to the deck, and so you get rid of a lot of back row, a lot of cards that could stop you later on. And so once he does that, then you can go off and do stuff. And like Level Eater, if Level Eater is in the grave and you have this guy, then you have a good chance to make Quasar over here. But in order to do that, you need to have some other monsters already out on the field, and so it's going to be really interesting. Like, if you have Level Eater in the grave, and you got out boxing, and you have a Cosmic Dragon and Cosmic Dragon Incarnation, then you're going to make Quasar. Like, there's just no way you can't make Quasar at that point, because you're going to use his effect to destroy a Cosmic Dragon, and then summon out on level 4 lower, such as like Junk Synchro, or any of your cards pretty much in your deck, because you can summon any card from the grave, and that's level 4 lower. So, and then you'd get the Cosmic Dragon's effect to summon from deck, and then Incarnation's effect to summon from deck. So, like, this deck, it can make Quasar really easily. I'd say it makes it even better or faster than like a Synchron deck would. Like, I mean, I've made Quasar while sitting on Librarian, so I got the draw from making Quasar, and that's just really, really nice to do. And so, like, the deck, it just have access to any level synchros. I mean, that's what happens when you give a deck a level 1 tuner. Like, you have access to every single level of synchro monsters. Now, on discussion of the new synchros that went up, Goyo. Yo-Yo's, like, if you're in a mirror match, Goyo's really good, and I suggest making Goyo if you're facing Cosmic Dragons. Yeah, I mean, like, if you take Fire Hand with Goyo, it's not going to do you much. If you take it, like, if you're going up against a different deck and you take a monster, it could be annoying because it's not in the grave. You'd have to like synchro off with it, and this guy requires Rams, so you'd have to go out and make like Yahtzee or any of your other synchros, which are still good. It just be annoying because like Goyo, he just sits on the field sometimes when I make him, and he just kind of gets in the way when I'm trying to make Boxy. Yeah, Boxy. And so, Formula going up to 2, it didn't really make the deck that much broken. It's just that if I have an extra Chewien on the field and I have a Level Eater, then I can make a second one after I make Quasar. And then I get that extra draw. Yet besides that, it doesn't make the deck broken. If the synchro that would make it broken, be Librarian. If Librarian went to 2, then yeah, this deck would be a little bit more broken, because then you just be making a whole bunch of synchros and just drawing a whole bunch. So let's go into the actual effects. Durana, who, if you don't know, has a Shaddol variant, so that's a little tip, or not sure what you would call that, but yeah. there's the Shaddoll Dragon is supposed to be this card. Yet its effect is well, pretty much all of these guys except the tuners you can synchro summon with them during your opponent's main phase or battle phase. But if it is destroyed, you can summon a Cosmic Dragon in defense mode. Yet if you synchro summon with it, synchro monster gains 500. So that's Tuana's effect. Fire and Ice Hand, pretty simple. If this is destroyed, destroy your opponent's monsters, summon out Ice Hand. If Ice Hand is destroyed, destroy back row, and summon out Fire Hand. Pretty much what they do. Fire Hand, again, summons in defense position, can synchro summon during your opponent's turn, and if you synchro summon with this, the synchro monster cannot be destroyed by battle. So it's really fun when you just go out and make that Almighty or a Librarian, and they attack into it, and it's not destroyed, and they're just sitting there confused, like, wait, what? Your Librarian isn't destroyed, your Almighty isn't destroyed? So that's really nice. Mathematician to dump level leader. Drunk Synchron. Drunk Synchron, pretty much, if you do it right, is an instant Boxy. Because if you're sitting on Cyan, and you have Bixie in the grave, then you can, that's just Boxy. That's Bioxy right there. And then Bixie, he summons one in defense position, and if he is used for Synchro Monster, the Synchro monster is unaffected by traps. So that is really good, because you normally use them to make Boxy, Brilliance. I think that's better, not to confuse Bixie and Boxy up. I think we'll call this guy Brilliance, or Brightness. Brightness. So if you go and make Brightness with him, that's really good. And then Jayatsu, he's really good because he's a level 2 tuner, so he's great for making Brightness, and he's really nice. Now he does have the other effect where if you control no monsters, you can send 2 Yang Zing cards from your hand to the graveyard, then special summon 2. Yet I've never used that effect because I normally have a monster. And yeah, he does summon in another one when he is destroyed in the attack position. Level leader, it's pretty much how you make Quasar. And then we have Paululu, Cosmic Dragon of Winds. He summons another one in attack position, and if he is used with Synchro Summon, the Synchro monster is unaffected by spell cards. And then Shuwayan, he just summons either in attack or defense, that's up to whoever's playing. And if one is destroyed, you can special summon it from the graveyard, which I really don't do. That's just an option. Like, I just normally use them for like a Synchro Summon and then bring them back using Brightness effect. And so that's pretty much the monsters. Like, they just load off of each other. That's how you do it. And then once you get out all the right tuners, you make Brightness. And so, Cosmic Dragon Trail, you return 3, you draw 2. It's a pot of greed, pretty much. Double Summon. I added Double Summon because there would be many such times where I couldn't make Quasar, yet I had the monster in my hand and I had already normal summoned. And so I feel Double Summon's this really good card. Because, like, even if you get in that situation where you have no monsters, if you get the supply unit, like, you could draw some more. Like, if you draw into the supply unit, you could get another, you might be able to destroy again. So it's really nice. Soul Charge, because, well, it's Soul Charge and it's 3 Synchros. Foolish, Potted Economy for Fire and Ice Hand. Supply units for draw power. Control, break the skill and compulse, just to stop OTKs. And Cosmic Dragon Inclination, or the other supply unit. That pretty much just switches it out. And even if Fire and Ice Hand is destroyed, if this card is placed up on the field, you can summon out some more Cosmic Dragons. So it's just really nice. And then onto the extra deck. You get Quasar Dragon. He's your win condition. If you make him, you win. Star Eater. You can run Leo, but yet I took Leo out because I wanted to run some other cards. You can put him down to 2. I've never really pulled out 3 before. So you can put him down to 2. And his effect is you can Tiramisu, return cards on the field to the deck, and you can, once per turn, destroy one card you control, and then summon out a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. So you can destroy a Cosmic Dragon, and then summon out like Drunk Synchron and use Cosmic Dragon's effect as I had said earlier. Yazi, he does the same thing except he destroys your opponent's cards. And yeah, pretty much that's it. If he's destroyed, you can summon one from the deck. So you don't really make him, like, he's not really good because he clears 2 to 3 cards. This guy clears 1. Yo-Yo, as I said, he can be kind of cloggy. and can just sit there sometimes. And then Librarian's great. Like, there's some times where I'm not sure if I can make Quasar, and so I make Librarian, and then it just appears. Armades is great because, like, if you're going up against a mirror match, it's like, okay, Armades, attack, Fire and Ice and attack, Cosmic Dragons, you don't get their effect. So that's pretty nice. And then you get Reincarnation Dragon, Samara. It's pretty much a Monster Reborn, that's what it is. I mean, if you look at it, it has the Monster Reborn thing there if you've ever seen the alternate art. Or I think that's not the alternate art, the OCG art for Monster Reborn. And it is literally a Monster Reborn. If it's the straight up about card effects, you target one monster in either player's graveyard, except itself, and special summons it. I haven't made it, but it's just an option I'd like to have, because if my opponent has a really nice monster, I'd take it. And then Balloon, he's really great in this deck, because if you use him for this guy's effect, you get to summon 2 monsters from the graveyard, and so that's pretty nice. And then if you have some other cards, like, it's just to complete synchros, and just, like, you can go off with so many different combo plays. I've even made Quasar using Balloon at him, because you can get him down to a 6, and then he's a 4, and then you just make Formula and that's it. And then Wave Motion Phonon, he's just another tuner. He can be a level 1 to 3, so if you don't have access to Formula, but you have access to level 4, you can make him, and you might just be able to make that Quasar. And then 2 Formulas, you can put him down to 1. I have him up to 2. I should probably put him down to 1, because it doesn't really make a difference. As I said, Librarian was at 2, it would be broken. But no, Formula's at 2, so it doesn't really make a difference. I'm really looking forward to doing a duel with this deck with you guys, because it's really fun to play. I mean, it can get shut down very easily. It can run into a lot of problems like OTKs and just decks that can get off for them. Like, it can really hurt them. Like, I mean, they all float into other things, be it like certain things, like if they get compulsed, that's really annoying. If they get like Raza, then that's annoying. Be it if your opponent just attacks into them or uses a card effect, like, they'll just float and float and float, and they'll just annoy your opponent for days. And so the deck's very fun to play. I mean, it's just, even if you guys go up against the dev bot, it's fun to play. Like I've gone up against the dev bot just because I'm tired of dealing with people, and I just make Quasar for days. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Tell me what you guys think I should add to the deck. And this is just what I've put together and what I've been playing with for the past couple of days, and I feel it looks really nice. I mean, while I don't necessarily have a lot of stun power, I do have the Fire and Ice and that can stop or get rid of some good cards. So tell me what you guys think. Anything that I should add, take out, and hopefully you guys stay tuned for the duel that I should have tomorrow. So see you guys later.